Hi, this is David Filippo, the left-hand and right winger again, and this time I wanted to talk about Star Wars. I figured, why don't I throw in my 2 cents? Everybody does have thoughts on it. It will say it's no Back to the Future, but I do enjoy it. I may be one of the few that probably finds the Episode 6, as it's called, or Return of the Jedi, to be my favorite. And I do really like the first one, or Episode 4, as it must be called. And I know everybody seems to love Empire. I don't know, maybe it was just too dark for me. It's not bad. I still enjoy it. I still watch it. It's still a great part of the series. It just it doesn't do much for me in the grand scheme of things. It ties everything together nicely. I mean, I guess it's kind of like the equivalent of Back to the Future 3 in my mind. Back to the 3 sums up the trilogy very well. Back to the Future trilogy very well. And Empire Strikes Back, ties A New Hope, or the first episode of the 4th episode of Star Wars, with the 6th Return of the Jedi very well. Brings it all together. And it's great. And then the story behind it, the stuff that Lucas went through to make it. It's a shame, though, is that I don't know if we'll ever be able to see the original trilogy as it was shown in theaters. There's been so many changes over the year, going back even to his first video release. And it seems like Lucas really prefers his altered vision that he made. And I will admit, when I went to the movie theater the first time I saw that was the first time in theaters I ever saw the film, well, at least some version of the film, was when I had seen the version that, the special edition trilogy that essentially was on in all the theaters. I think, actually, I didn't see Return of the Jedi. I saw, of course, Star Wars, A New Hope, and Empire Strikes Back. I didn't get to see Return of the Jedi in theaters. And I guess at the time, I thought, some of the ideas, well, that's kind of cool. It's kind of a different angle. And admittedly, at the time on VHS, I had owned the what they call the Faces trilogy, which is the VHS, the last kind of version of the original as it was. The only mistake with that is I got the special edition trilogy, didn't think I needed it, and then I realized all I'm missing out. I didn't catch it before the first time until I heard someone tell me, but yeah, Han shot first. I don't know why I never caught up on that, but when people started mentioning it, I was like, yeah, Han shot first. There shouldn't be this whole Greedo shooting at all thing. I do commend Lucas for finally, in the last version before he sold everything to Disney, that he tried to make it so it looks like they shot exactly the same moment, which is a little bit better. But it wasn't, but it was all right. I still really wish we could get and I have to say, I want to mention, there's this guy named Harmy, I guess, that made it actually despecialized edition. I'd really like to check it out. The only thing I feel later, but you have to get it on a BitTorrent. You have to bought the Blu-ray trilogy. It just seems like it's I don't know. It just seems like I'm missing it. I'd want to be able to buy it in the store with the the collector box and all the behind the scenes footage. If I really wish now Disney or someone would decide, hey, just sell the original out. Not sell it, but put it up for sale so people like us can buy it. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, but it's nice. But if you really do, and you don't mind doing online downloads like that of films, I hear it's really, really good. He really put a lot of effort, and I've seen some clips here and there, and a lot of that stuff that has been lost over the years, because I guess he took laser disc footage. Somebody had some still frames, some 35 millimeter footage, 60 millimeter footage. They had a lot of different stuff, still frame images, and they did a lot of good work on it. I'm impressed from what I've seen of it. Little clips here and there. It was really good. And of course, I'm not a fan of the prequel trilogy at all. I don't know. I think it all could have been done in one film. There's so many problems with there's a technological reverse. I would think, it'd be like if you made a movie about historical events and you put a 15.7 Chevy, or the other way around. You put an iPhone back in the 1800s. It crosses the order of things. Because if you look at the Senate, like in Phantom Menace, the way the Senate sort of all little bubbles floating in space. There weren't any. Look at this. I mean, look at the inside of the Death Star. There's no technology quite like that in the world. I mean, I don't feel confused when I'm saying that. I mean, in the world it exists, the Star Wars exists, and on those planets, they had like a technological reverse. Like everything that was, fancy, and then they downgraded when they came to A New Hope and Empire, or was it because the Empire F things up, like a better word, that it's that bad that they had it, like, technically, I mean, is it like, if we got a horrible dictator and they took away all the iPhone, they made us start building campfires and stuff, and you losing all the power utilities? Is that what happened? It's just really weird, and I don't even know what the whole point. I mean, nothing against him. I hear a lot of people rag on the kid, the actor Jake Lloyd, who played the young Anakin. I just wonder, what was the point of that? Because they introduced the Natalie Portman, as Padme, and she's like 10 years older than him. And then all of a sudden they go into Attack of the Clones. They got Christian Haydenson, and he's the same age, almost the same age as her. It's like, well, what was the point of introducing him? And there's really no point with the film at all. I mean, even the third one is remotely redeemable because you finally get to see the transition that caused it. But then too, it got me thinking about it. I can't picture Hayden Christensen as Darth Vader, and barely as Anakin. I mean, I would think to maybe buy it, maybe they should, and they might have sold the whole dark side of the Force thing a little bit if he already was kind of a gruff kind of looking sort of guy. And it kind of goes to the thing is, I mean, we give Lucas a lot of credit, and I think there's some credit due, but an example of what happened in the the prequel trilogy and all the edits I heard that were made to the original trilogy, I really wonder if he's as great as he said, because he had no restrictions in the prequel trilogy, and it looks like it was a disaster. And a lot of the stuff that you see, if you see like the cut scenes, the deleted scenes in the original, there's a lot of stuff that I think could have ruined the original set movies. And I'm glad somebody, it's sad to say, his ex-wife, I guess he didn't like his wife too much. She had input, and I think it was Larry or Lawrence Kasdan, who wrote a lot of the amended writing for it. So it really could have been a better, could have been a much worse series had he had full-fledged control of it. But I commend him for what he did. The special effects were cool. The way he kind of found a way to kind of circumvent the industry to kind of really maintain rights to it, and he really bamboozled them, because he's probably one of the sole people that probably made by far the most money out of the film series, and nobody else can really say that. Anyone who's been involved in film, I don't think Spielberg can say it. I don't think De Palma, Coppola, none of them can say that they got the amount of prestige and praise and money that Lucas got for it. I mean, it doesn't matter that even though I kind of liked the Howard the Duck movie, it's okay, even though it was a bomb, it didn't matter. Lucas has made it. He's a successful director. He's had the money to prove it, and he has the reputation to prove it. He doesn't need another hit. It's all for fun for him. So, hey, it is what it is. I do hope we see the prequel trilogy come out. The original trilogy, mind you, not the prequel, but the original trilogy in its original form as it was shown in theaters, widescreen, all that sort of good stuff. Hopefully. I don't know how soon or if it will happen, but anyway, that's my thoughts on that. I just thought I'd share, because I do like the Star Wars, the original series. Prequel was a waste. Oh, yeah, and I should say I did see Force Awakens. It was all right. It was kind of rehash of A New Hope. I would have, like to see more. I'm hearing a lot of crap about Last Jedi. I don't know. I don't know if I'm interested, but maybe I'll check it out. I haven't seen Rogue One yet. I'm kind of curious about it. I've seen the whole clip, how it ties into A New Hope, but I really don't know how interested I am, because, I mean, Force Awakens was probably better than the prequel trilogy, but I wasn't excited about it or anything. It wasn't anything I'd say worthwhile. Nothing too redeeming, so it was nice to see some of the old characters back again, and that's it. But anyway, that's my thoughts. And, feel free to comment, anything. See you later. Bye.